Hello, guys. Welcome to Stay to the Credits podcast. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite movies of all time, Jurassic Park. This movie came out in the 90s, or when I don't have the exact year.
I think 1996,
There you go,
1993.
1996. And ever since then, obviously, I wasn't born in 1996, but I saw it since I was little, and this movie became one of my favorite movies instantly.
Yeah.
Especially because I have a huge love for dinosaurs.
My bad. It came out 1993.
1993. Anyways, this movie is one of the classics. It set the standard for CGI early on in the 90s because the amount, or like, it's so impressive.
It's
for
impressive
the time.
for the time, and I think it still holds up.
Yeah, definitely.
Like especially the T-Rex. I think the T-Rex is really, really good.
Of course, and this movie, of course, I don't think I'm the only one when I say that it's probably their favorite of all time. Or like not all time, but one of their favorites.
It's possibly my favorite Steven Spielberg movie, and I mean he has a bunch of movies like like E.T. He has Jaws, whatever else, but
yeah, but I just don't think those movies reach like the classics level.
This is just a fun movie to me.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I wouldn't say it's like that much of a thoughtful movie. It's just a really good, like fun popcorn movie.
Of course, it's definitely if you watch it for the first time, I think it's a really fun watch.
Oh yeah. And I mean, look, they're still making so many dinosaur movies. Like in the aftermarket of movies, there's like Jurassic Ranch, whatever, like other crappy dinosaur movies, right? And
Jurassic Priest or the Pastor.
The Velocipastor. Yeah, there's so many
there you go.
bad B-movie dinosaur movies, and it all comes back to Jurassic Park. Like nothing holds a candle to Jurassic Park. Like not even the sequels to Jurassic Park.
Hell no, they just couldn't hold up. I mean,
I do have a guilty pleasure with Jurassic Park 3 because I owned that one on VHS, and so I really like that one. But I will admit it's not good. It's not.
I mean, honestly, I will say it's overhated. I don't think it's as bad as people think. I really enjoy it, especially because Sam Neill. Sam Neill is
Sam Neill
part
comes
of that.
back. William H. Macy's in that movie too. He's great.
Of course, I love William H. Macy.
Yeah, I love the practical effects in the third one too. The Spinosaurus is sick. The T-Rex is sick. From what we see,
of it is really good.
The Velociraptors, the CGI in that movie is also really good too.
Yeah, especially because it's more advanced in like the time that it came out.
Yeah, everything looks a little bit nicer than this one, but this movie still holds up.
Yes, and this movie right now at this moment is rated at a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, and you can actually watch it on HBO Max if you have it.
The original trilogy is on HBO Max right now.
Is Jurassic World in it? I don't know.
No, not. It's only the first three, and Jurassic World and the second Jurassic World. I don't know where they're streaming.
Yeah, but it's probably not streaming. But anyways, let's get into the movie. Like I said, one of our favorite movies of all time. I have a personal list of all my favorite movies, and Jurassic Park is probably like number 10, I think.
All right, that's pretty good. I think it is one of my favorite movies also. I mean, I saw this like last week or the week before because it got put on HBO Max, and then I saw it again yesterday because I was like, well, screw it, just to refresh my memory a little bit more. But I did not mind like rewatching it like so soon, if that makes sense. Like it's just a fun dinosaur movie.
Yeah, there's not that many movies that have that rewatchability. The Jurassic Park is definitely one of them. I gotta say, well, first of all, I gotta ask you: did you think that this movie is scary at any point?
The only scene that I thought was scary when I was a kid was the scene with the Dilophosaurus and the fat guy. What's his name? Nedry.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the Dilophosaurus is the one. Oh, my voice cracked.
Yeah,
it's the one that's it spreads out the thing on his head and then it spits out like some venom.
Yeah, that's the only one I thought was scary at the time. or that scene, because I always thought, oh, it's so tiny, and then the frill was so cool, and then he shoots that gunk, that poisonous gunk, and kills Wayne Knight's character. Rest in peace, Wayne Knight's character. I don't think he's dead in real life.
I was about to say, is he dead in real life?
No, I don't think so. But yeah, that's the only scene I found scary. Oh, and also the one where Laura Dern's character goes into like to turn on the generators,
Oh
and
yes.
like a character's arm comes out.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about, and I just looked it up, and Wayne Knight is alive and well.
All right, good for him. Good for him. But yeah, but other than that, I would say this movie's scary. Maybe if you're like younger, but I don't think it's scary now. Maybe because I've seen
Maybe,
it so many times.
yeah, I would say maybe it was scary for the people in the 90s when it came out. Well, for example, I know my dad said he was actually scared of it at first, but my dad's a scaredy cat, so.
Yeah, but I mean, compared like this to Jaws, another Steven Spielberg movie, I think Jaws is scarier than this one. I think this one's more action adventure oriented. It has a little bit of horror. Um, I would say the second and third ones have like they lean more into the horror than this one, because in this one you're like, ooh, dinosaurs, very nice for the most part, for like the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, of course. All right, Sebastian, let's get into the movie. Can you give a little description?
Okay, so there's a park. It's got some dinosaurs in it. That's right. It's Jurassic Park, baby. That's all you need to know. Uh, no, okay, let me explain. So this rich guy he's played by Richard Attenborough. I can't pronounce it. Rest in peace, him, because I think he has actually passed away. So he plays Dr. John Hamm. He's this really rich dude. He's really into dinosaurs, and he's decided to open up a theme park. And what is that theme park? Dinosaurs, but not just like lame ass animatronic dinosaurs. No, he's found a way to bring dinosaurs back to life using old amber fossils and like different animal DNA. It's pretty interesting. They actually go into detail about like the biology behind it somewhat. And so he's invited a bunch of different people. You have Sam Neill, Dr. Alan Grant. He's a paleontologist. You have Laura Dern playing Ellie Sattler. She's a paleobotanist. And then you have Jeff Goldblum, the wonderful Jeff Goldblum, as Dr. Ian Malcolm. He's playing a mathematician, I think. And then they're all there to see how the island will run, to see if they will have like their sponsorship. So they go on the tour, they see how everything works, and then they see what doesn't work, which obviously is the dinosaurs getting loose due to a thunderstorm, due to a power outage. So yeah, there's dinosaurs running around. Dr. Grant goes missing with Dr. John Hammond's grandchildren, and so yeah, it's just a fun movie. You got dinosaurs, you got Sam Neill, you got Jeff Goldblum, you have Laura Dern. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you want.
You also got one of the most iconic actors of all time, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I think. Well, I don't know. I don't know how many movies he had made it up to this point, but I know this was one of his like first works that he did.
Yeah.
And
I think
of course,
so too.
yeah, and of course, everyone knows who Samuel L. Jackson is. But I think from all the characters that came out, yeah.
The year after Jurassic Park, he did Pulp Fiction, or Pulp Fiction came out.
So I think Jurassic Park probably put him on the map, and then he went on to do Pulp Fiction.
Maybe he was in a bunch of movies before.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying because like for this movie, he didn't have that big of a role.
Yeah, but yeah, I think after Jurassic Park, and then especially after Pulp Fiction, that's when
he really especially after Pulp Fiction. Yes. Now, I gotta say that I think my favorite character from this movie is Sam Neill, Alan Grant.
Oh yeah, I love him, dude.
Sam Neill is so amazing, and I think he actually doesn't have a lot of work that I have seen, only a couple other movies, but every time he's on the screen, obviously I think, oh, it's the guy from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It's his most notable work, but obviously he did an amazing job, and I think he is probably one of the best characters that are written for the movie.
Yeah, he's so good. I love his character arc. So at the beginning, if you've seen the movie, you know that at the beginning, Dr. Alan Grant, he's not cool with kids. He doesn't want anything to do with kids. But then in this movie, he's stuck taking care of two of the kids. Well, the only kids in the movie. Oh wait, no, there's another kid at the beginning. I'm sorry, but he ends up taking care of the two important kids, and so he learns to like children, I guess, which is it's nice. It's a nice character arc.
Maybe a little, maybe more like tolerate them.
Yeah. But I mean, he takes care of them a good amount. Like
Yeah, of course, because they need the help.
yeah, but no, it's good. I mean, you wouldn't expect this movie to have like I get like if this movie came out today, you wouldn't really expect a character arc. You would expect just like action and dinosaurs and stuff like that. So it's nice to see Sam Neill as Dr. Alan Grant get that characterization.
Yeah, of course. And something that I really, really appreciate about this movie is the accuracy, because they had to get like actual real scientists or paleontologists, to get
Mhm.
the real feel of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And obviously, a lot of people say that some dinosaurs actually had feathers and everything, but
Yeah.
maybe they didn't want to go that way because they wanted to make them look a little more scary, I
Well,
guess.
I think in this movie, right, this came out in 1993. So obviously science and the technology wasn't up to the standards that we have now. So what they knew about dinosaurs in Jurassic Park when this movie came out, that's what they had to go off. Because I know in Jurassic Park 3 they added feathers because they discovered that a lot of species may have had feathers and stuff like that. So they do change a little bit as the years go on, but this is what they had. I mean, I know recently they found out that Spinosauruses aren't actually like they aren't depicted the way that they would have actually looked. So paleontology is just weird like that. We don't fully know 100% what dinosaurs looked like for the most part, but I think this movie does a really good job.
Yeah, and I mean, before I don't know how, but some people still sometimes believe that dinosaurs weren't even real. I don't know how. Right? For
What
me, because
like Bigfoot or
I don't know. Some people just don't believe in them. They're like, no, that never happened. But I don't know. It's all the evidence is there. It's like all the people that say the Earth is flat still.
just look at the bones?
I know, but I was
You
gonna
never went to
say
a museum?
they say it's fake, bro. I was gonna say that my love or liking for dinosaurs started out very young. Obviously, it started out because of Jurassic Park,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but
I
yeah, I
agree. I
had
agree.
I had so many toys of different kinds of dinosaurs, and when I was little, actually, um, I had an injury because I had an injury on my chin because I was playing as a little kid. I was playing as if I was a velociraptor. So, I would crouch down and, or not a velociraptor, but I don't know. It was either a velociraptor or a T-Rex, but one of those that, crouched down, and then like I put my arms up to my chest, like tiny hands. Yes, of course. And I would run around my whole house like that. And my mom is there for evidence. You can ask her. She'll tell you the same thing. I was playing dinosaur and I fell down and I opened up my chin. I mean, you can't see it right now because I
I,
have a
I've
little.
I've seen the scar in
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Sebastian has seen the scar.
It's there. Yes.
Yeah, you have to look at it real close. But yes, I have a huge scar right here on my chin, and I remember it was very traumatizing because they had to close it up and everything. And as a little kid, you don't want to be bleeding out.
Yeah.
But of course, like I said, I also had a bunch of other
Especially after
toys.
playing dinosaur.
Exactly. And actually, I did it twice. It didn't happen just once. It happened twice. Because the first time, I don't think they closed me up that well, so it opened up again
Ooh.
because I fell again.
Ooh.
So I don't recommend playing dinosaur, but you can play with toy dinosaurs.
Or play with, or play video games about dinosaurs.
Yes, of course.
Jurassic Park has a game where you build your own Jurassic Park. So try
Yeah,
that one.
there's a lot of dinosaur games actually. Like for example, I also really well, not at the moment, but I used to really enjoy, Sebastian knows, used to really enjoy playing this game called Ark Survival Evolved. And for those who don't know, it's basically Minecraft, but it's Minecraft with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really fun. I made some really good friends playing that game. And it's the same thing with Jurassic Park, where like most of the dinosaurs are barely accurate. So it's like you're enjoying, like, watching these dinosaurs and everything, but you're also learning a lot.
And I just want to say the look of these dinosaurs might not be accurate now, but every single like movie and like game and like a bunch of stuff that came after it basically models what their dinosaurs look like after Jurassic Park. Because I feel like that's what everyone's like most familiar with. They're like, oh,
Yeah, of course, because
we
if
gotta
you
make them
imagine
look
a
like
T-Rex, you're probably gonna imagine the
the one,
T-Rex like
the one from
from
Jurassic
the
Park.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now that we're talking about the T-Rex, would you say, well, would you consider the
Yes.
T-Rex an antagonist?
Um. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is an antagonist. In the sense of this, in the sense of the story, it's an antagonist as far as plot goes. It the T Rex isn't necessarily a bad guy, but
Of
it's an
course,
antagonist to
but
Dr.
is it
Alan
his
Grant.
fault though?
No, it's not the T Rex's fault. She was just created in a lab.
Exactly.
It's what Dr. Malcolm says, that nature will find a way. Nature let this T Rex loose, and she's just doing what a T Rex do. You know?
Of course. I mean, basically, the T-Rex was kind of like the king of the land, basically, at that point.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You can say that. Yeah.
yeah, of course. And I also wanted to mention that a lot of work actually went into what the T-Rex sounded like.
Oh yeah,
Because,
I know it's a bunch of different animals, but I don't know which animals.
yeah, I have it right here. So when you imagine the T-Rex roar, obviously it's super loud, and a lot of people would, it would be pretty fun to imitate it and whatever. But the sound design for the T-Rex's roar was reportedly a composite of a tiger, an alligator, and a baby elephant. Good. Well, when you put it all those noises like separately, I don't know how they did it. A tiger, an alligator, and a baby elephant.
I've
How?
seen I've seen some behind the scenes footage of like them splicing the audio together to get the roar, and like I always find it so crazy that like sound engineers and like sound mixers are able to like just think of that, like think, oh, what would a T-Rex sound like, and then they just think of a bunch of different animals and they're like, yeah, this sounds right. Like that's so crazy. That's so interesting. Um,
The magic of editing.
yeah.
And then also the deadly Dilophosaurus, which we talked about earlier. It was the roar was a combination of a howler monkey, some hawk screeches, a rattlesnake.
Well, that makes sense because of the
Yeah,
when he opens his throat, it's like
yeah, and then also a swan call. Like I said, I mean, and the magic of editing.
yeah. Props to those guys.
Of course. Now, what would you like to talk about first?
I mean, we already mentioned some of the characters, right? But we haven't mentioned like the cast that much. I mean, we mentioned the cast, but we didn't go that much into detail.
Mhm.
I think this cast is really good. Like, well, the main cast is really good.
Yeah, like what's your opinion on Jeff Goldblum?
I mean, I love Jeff Goldblum. I I like him now. I like him in this movie because he's a little bit more like subdued. He's not Jeff Goldblum like now. Like now he's very like I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, he's very quirky. And back then Jeff Goldblum, he was like snarky, maybe not as like, out there. I'm glad he's getting so much love now because I love Jeff Goldblum. But yeah, in this movie he's like the voice of reason, but he has like that snark and that attitude. And honestly, he might be like one of the more memorable characters in this movie. Like there's a reason he came back, or they
Yeah,
wanted to bring him
definitely
back.
memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sadly, my girlfriend, she hates him. I don't know the specific reason, but she really does not like him because apparently she says that he looks like he's trying too hard.
I I can see that. I can see why.
Yes, but he also says that Dr. Grant, he like his acting, it comes out naturally for him. His
For
for
Samuel?
Dr. Grant, yeah, for
Oh.
Samuel.
His presence, like Dr.
Yeah, his presence is just natural. And I agree. I completely agree with the Sam Neill, but not. I don't completely agree with Jeff Goldblum because like I actually kind of like him a little bit, especially when he was just open. Whether he had like his open shirt, just showing everything. I don't know. I just
Oh
feel like
yeah,
it was
where
a little unnecessary.
he's on the table and he's just like
Yeah, that screenshot has been. I've seen it so many a million times.
But when
don't-
when I first saw this movie, I thought he had died because he gets like attacked by the T-Rex, he gets chased and he gets knocked over into the bathroom. I thought he was dead. But then later they pick him up. So, good job, movie. You didn't kill Jeff Goldblum.
I know someone that would have wanted him to die.
Yeah.
Now, for the people that died, who were all the ones that died? So Wayne Knight was one of them for sure.
Yeah, Wayne Knight, he plays Dennis Nedry. He's what's he doing? He's selling. He wants to sell dinosaurs to like a different company. He wants
Yeah,
to sell the
dinosaur DNA.
embryos. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets hired by some other company. He's gonna make tons of bank, but he's a dumbass. He gets sidetracked. There's mud everywhere. He has to get his car out, and then he gets killed by a Dilophosaurus. So good job.
Yeah, that whole scene where he like his truck like crashed into a tree and everything. It was so chaotic, but
Dude, but that scene is so funny. Like when he's like he gets the stick, and he's like, "You want the stick? You want the stick? Go fetch, stupid." And he's like, "Yeah." And then the Dilophosaurus just stays there, and he's like, "Oh, no wonder you guys went extinct."
I mean, yeah, he got what he deserved.
He got what he deserved. Yeah. The blood-sucking lawyer also got what he deserved.
Yeah, he's the one that got eaten by the T-Rex.
Yeah. So Martin Ferrero plays Gennaro. I forget his first name. He plays Gennaro. He's this lawyer. He really wants to profit off Jurassic Park. Like he's in it for the money. He's not worried about safety.
Of course, but I can't blame him though. I mean, like even though people will obviously Jurassic Park didn't work, like the actual park didn't work. But when you think about it, if it did work, yeah, it would make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, it would make. I mean, in Jurassic World, it works for
a bit.
for a bit before they make their own dinosaurs. But yeah, obviously, yeah, you want to make money, you want to profit. But this guy, he's a dick. He leaves the kids behind in the car. When he sees the T-Rex, the T-Rex drops the lamb, the goat leg.
Lamb.
He like runs away and goes to the restroom and just leaves the kids behind. So yeah, he got what he deserves too.
Yeah. And what is your opinion on the kids in this movie?
I like the kids. I mean, it makes this movie more kid friendly, which is I think cool because I mean I when I was a kid I loved movies like The Goonies, Monster Squad, this movie, the first Harry Potter. I love that because it made me feel like, oh, I can go on these adventures too. And Tim was cool because he knows all about dinosaurs, and Lex is cool because she knows about computers. So
Yeah. Tim Murphy would have been me.
Lex actually saves the day at the end of the movie.
Yeah, kind of.
She's the one that gets the system back up and running. Without her, there wouldn't be cell phones, so they couldn't call anybody to come save them. So
Yeah, I think that Tim Murphy's character, well, his actual name is Joe Mazzello, but the little kid, the little boy,
yeah,
I think that would have been me, like all asking questions to Alan Grant and
to Alan Grant, yeah.
Yeah, just annoying him about dinosaur facts or here and there. Yeah. But it was also funny when Lex, the girl, was scared of the Bronto.
Oh yeah, I like that scene. That's a nice scene.
I don't know.
Oh my god. My Alexa turned on when I said Lex.
Because you said Lex. Yeah, but that scene with the Bronto is nice because Dr. Alan Grant gets to like he drops the shell. He like comforts them, and they get to pet the dinosaur together and feed it.
Yeah, it's like I think he said it's like a huge cow, right? Something like that.
Yeah, he says think of it as a big cow.
And I mean, I could see that, but could you imagine any of these dinosaurs, like any of them, not just the Bronto or whatever? Could you imagine them in real life?
Not right now. Not with the way the Earth is going. Because I think with deforestation and global warming, there's less resources to sustain these huge dinosaurs. Because if you think about it, even like one Bronto, you need like a lot of food. You need a lot of trees, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know crocodiles would be way bigger if they had more to eat, which they don't. They eat like once a year, you know.
Yeah, they can go a long time without eating.
Yeah, and if they ate more, they'd be even huge. They'd be like actual dinosaurs. So I don't think dinosaurs would be around today.
Yeah, but obviously they're going that route with the new Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah,
which
I mean, I'm excited to see, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the first two were all right. They weren't that bad, but
I don't know. I didn't like them that much, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, they're just all right. But I am kind of curious because this is something we hadn't seen before. We've only seen, like, for example, only in the Jurassic Park: The Lost World, where the T-Rex was in, what was it, San Francisco, or when was
it was San Francisco.
Yeah, like it's only been the T-Rex like in like human land, but
at the end of Jurassic Park 3, there's a couple pteranodons that escape, but you don't know where they escaped to.
Yeah, we didn't see that either. But pteranodons, I mean, they don't. I mean, for example, myself, like I said, like I played the game like Ark Survival Evolved, but they're not scary in there, but they kind of look scary in the movie.
In Jurassic Park 3, they're so scary.
Yeah, they killed. What was his name? What's his name? Brian or something?
Billy.
Billy. There you go. Yeah, they almost killed him.
Yeah, they mess him up. It's the way they're introduced to like what's his? I think this character's name is Eric. Eric is like calling out for his mom. He hears like footsteps, and then you just see like this big shadow of the pteranodon, and he like drags him away and stuff. It's scary. That's what I'm saying. These, for at least the second and third one, I think they play more into the horror of the dinosaurs, because in this one they want to like intrigue you more, right? They're like, oh, check out these dinosaurs. Like dinosaurs are cool. They're bad.
Horror. Yeah, definitely. The only dinosaur that I think could survive in today's time is the raptor.
You think a raptor? I feel like maybe.
I mean,
maybe
they played a lot into that. I mean, they played a lot into the fact that they say that raptors are extremely smart, or well, they were smart.
Yeah, I feel like given time, since they're smaller dinosaurs, they can also be like crocodiles and alligators. They can like adapt and eat like less food, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we saw how smart they were even in this first movie. Like I said, they've talked about it more in like the later movies with like Chris Pratt. but like even in this one, you saw how smart they were. I mean, they were able to open the door.
Oh yeah, yeah. That scene is so cool when it's like looking into the kitchen door and it's like breathing into the fake. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yeah, yeah. And then also, it's not just the raptors, but pretty much even the T-Rex is kind of smart at some points. Getting all the different basically killing that lawyer. I mean, I didn't know he was in there, but it was kind of obvious, I guess. And I wanted to also mention that part of this movie was filmed in Hawaii.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah, and it was. I think it's that scene where like they're running with all the other dinosaurs. I forgot the name of
Oh,
the other dinosaurs.
the Gallimimus.
There you go, the Gallimimus. Yes, they're all running away from the T-Rex, and it's like the beautiful, beautiful island you see it in the background.
Yeah.
And also the helicopter rides when they're going into the island. All that, I think that's Hawaii, and that is beautiful. It makes me want to go to Hawaii just to be like, oh, this is where they filmed Jurassic Park.
This is where they filmed Jurassic Park. This is where the Gallimimus were.
Yeah, I really want to go.
Gallimimuses? What's the plural?
Galamamai.
Galamis.
Galamis. Yeah, but also a lot of like we mentioned before, that these movies. I mean, these movies obviously just we're talking about the first one, Jurassic Park. A lot of work went into making them realistic, but also to create, like for example, the raptors, to create realistic dinosaurs. The artists had to get into the characters and had to be inside a costume of a raptor.
That's what I miss about movies. Just like the practical effects. Like I guess that's one of the reasons why I didn't like Jurassic World or what was the second one called? Fallen Kingdom, right?
Yeah, Fallen Kingdom.
Because it was too much like CGI. I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't feel the threat of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But when I see this movie, like Jurassic Park, I'm like, whoa, that's a real dinosaur. When I see Alien, I'm like, that's a guy in a suit. When I see Predator, that's a guy in a suit.
Yeah, you know? It's also like kind of the effect that the problem with like Star Wars, the prequels that they had, it was just too much CGI.
Too much CGI, right?
Yeah, and like the prequels were only a couple of years after Jurassic Park when you think about it.
Mm-hmm. But it's like when you see behind the scenes for that movie, it's just like green screen.
Literally, it's actually a blue screen.
Blue screen, yes.
Yeah, it's a pure blue screen, and then and not even like their vehicles or anything. It's not even it's really just a blue block that they're sitting on. I mean, and but for example, I just think that Jurassic Park, like the work that they did with making it look real, is amazing.
Yeah, and I think it pays off. I mean, I know I've said this before about Spider-Man. I always like the practical suit, and like now in the MCU, I'm like, dude, come on, just use like a real suit.
Yeah, it's very sad because like we see behind the scenes pictures of like Tom Holland where
wearing the suit.
We're still talking about Spider-Man.
Well, I'm talking about things I'm passionate about, guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to relate it to other stuff.
Yeah, we're trying to make a point here. It's just like we see behind the scenes pictures of Tom Holland in the suit, and like the suit is awesome. I think it looks awesome on him and everything. And he, like, for example, I remember when, like, not in the movie, but I remember when Homecoming was coming out, Tom Holland was in the Spider-Man suit in like the hospital with kids, like, acting like the real Spider-Man. And then also when Far From Home was coming out, he was wearing the red and black suit, and when he went on Jimmy Kimmel, and like I said, like it's not in the movie, but it looks awesome in person. I just don't know why they just forget about the practical effects when they're doing the movie.
And like I get it, obviously, like they want to use CGI, but like I'm sorry we're talking about Spider-Man, but in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, as bad as that movie is, it has some really good CGI, especially of Peter Parker. I mean, a Spider-Man suit, like it has folds, it has wrinkles, like when he's, like flying through the air. But
Yeah,
in
it's the detail.
in Homecoming, it's like not there. Like it looks like it's like the suit is his skin, which it just doesn't look as nice as it should.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just. I mean, first of all, the Amazing Spider-Man suit is top tier.
I
Like,
mean,
it's
yeah, that's
an
the
amazing suit.
Yeah.
But yes, I know what you mean, because like, even though it's CGI, yes,
Mhm.
they make it look so real. And I don't know if it's the budget in Marvel and MCU, it just goes into something different.
I think it's just because
Or,
they do mostly everything CG that they like.
yeah, but I just feel like they should focus a lot more on the suit.
Okay,
Yes,
but
yeah, we need to talk about Jurassic Park.
So yeah, the CGI in Jurassic Park really good. Like when you look at a dinosaur movie now, like a dinosaur movie that came out 2021, straight to DVD, the dinosaurs don't look as good as how they do in this movie. And I get they have different budgets, but come on. Like if this movie from 1993 looks this good,
Let me look up the budget.
it's
The
probably-
Jurassic Park
it's
1
probably a
budget. Wow, actually not. Well, it's a lot, but the Jurassic Park 1 budget was $63 million. And obviously, like we mentioned before in other budgets, obviously $63 million is a lot of money. But when you put it into like perspective with other movies, that's really low. Not super low, but it's fairly low. And
Okay,
the work that they
so-
did was amazing.
So for comparison, the Jurassic World budget was 150 million.
Yeah, there you go.
And in my opinion, I think it looks crappier sometimes than
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
I mean, I think I would say that practical effects, they may take a lot more work, but I
But
think it's cheaper.
it is cheaper, and a lot of the times they end up looking way better than whatever CGI.
Yeah, I guess they
I
just
mean,
don't want them so
I-
many makeup artists or something.
Yeah, I guess it's also the fact that you have to work with the animatronics or the puppets or whatever it is you're doing. I know
Yeah,
I know Jurassic World had very minimal practical effects. I know in the first Jurassic World there's like that. It's like, or is it the second one? There's like a sick brontosaurus. It's like laying down and it's like, it's like
In Jurassic World,
yeah, it's in one of them, But-
I don't remember.
but that's the only practical effect I remember.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I think Fallen Kingdom had like a practical like T-Rex head, but it's used like once in the movie.
oh yeah, when it's like in a cage, I
Mhm.
remember that. And then I mean, like we are saying about the practical effects in Jurassic Park, the first one, I mean, there's so many instances where it's just like so many, I mean, so the practical effect is so good. Like it's not just the raptors, it's not just the T-Rex, like it's also up close and personal with, like, for example, in the kind of the beginning of the movie when it was like the Triceratops, that
Oh
was,
yeah, the Triceratops is so good. The way he's
Yeah.
breathing.
to make it look so real, because Dr. Alan Grant goes up to like basically hug and
He's
go
hugging
up.
the Triceratops. That's
Yeah.
so.
And it's just, I just don't think they would have pulled that off in Jurassic. Like the same scene, I don't think they would have pulled it off with CGI.
No, it would have looked like
Way off.
worse. It would have looked, yeah, it would have looked off.
It reminded me. I'm sorry. It reminds me of this movie, but it reminded me, like, for example, of Alvin and the Chipmunks, with like I forgot the guy's name when he's like holding
Dave.
when he's like holding the chipmunks in his hand. Obviously, he's not holding anything. It looks so fake.
Yeah, I would say in the defense.
Sorry,
of
it
Alvin,
reminded me of that.
in the defense of Alvin and the Chipmunks, I think practical chipmunks. I don't think that would.
Obviously, I know, but it's just like
Like
I was trying to think of someone like holding a CGI
Mhm.
object or something. I don't
No,
know.
yeah, I get you. No, you know what? It would be like. I'm sorry if this offends the person sitting behind you, but you remember Twilight where Bella
Oh,
is like holding on to
Twilight.
Jacob. Where Twilight is Twilight where Bella's holding on to Jacob like she's petting him.
She said, "What about it?"
Well,
We're talking about the CGI like Renesmee, the baby. It's
No, no,
it's
no.
horrible.
well that too, but when Bella is touching like Jacob,
Oh yeah, that too. When he's touching Jacob.
that would have been like the
Dude,
Triceratops.
Have you seen the videos on TikTok of the real Lionsgate like posted with like Bella is like whenever they were filming that,
Oh, it's actually Taylor Lautner.
yeah, it's Taylor Lautner in like a pajama suit basically.
Yeah, I have
And
seen
like
that.
and Bella's just petting his head. It looks so bad.
I don't know. I mean, I get why, but you could have used something else. You could have had like a like a thing. You could have had a stick. You
Yeah,
could have
yeah. Like even well, also I've seen pictures of like Jurassic World behind the scenes, and it's like a guy with a head
with
of
a
a
raptor.
velociraptor.
Yeah.
Yeah, a blue velociraptor suit, and even that looks so stupid.
Yeah, that's how they do that. Like that's how they do it for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, yeah. I
Like
know.
they have
like,
they
they
have
have to
Sean
do that.
Gunn wearing the green
Oh,
screen,
I've
and
seen like Dave
getting-
Bautista
yeah.
petting Sean Gunn.
he's getting fed by Dave Bautista. It's so funny. I mean, that's what they have to do. They have to put markers and actors so that you know where to look, where the actor should have their eye line,
Just
stuff like that.
I mean, that's why I could never be an actor. I would just burst out laughing every single time.
You know what? I could be an actor, but I would be the people wearing those suits. You know?
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, if I was gonna be an actor, they have to have real looking stuff like in Jurassic Park, for sure.
I would love to be. I would love to make like a bunch of B movies.
Game movies?
No, B movies, just like a bunch of low budget stuff, but like with
Oh.
practical effects. I would
No,
love
I
to
thought
make
you said
such
game movies.
game.
No, game.
Oh, game. Oh,
Yeah. No, something like another fun
hey,
fact.
hey,
that
hey!
I
Quick
was gonna
question.
mention.
Quick question.
What?
What's your favorite dinosaur?
Like from the movie or in general?
No, just like in general. What's a dinosaur you really like?
Honestly, I really think either the Spino, like a carnivore, the Spino is awesome. I think it looks because it's not just a land animal, like it can also go in the
It's
water
an
and
aquatic
everything.
one, yeah.
Yeah, but it was going if I was going with a herbivore, I would go to the trike.
Yeah, I love Triceratops.
Yeah. What about you? Also, what about the carnivore?
Well, I think Triceratops are my favorite, just like in general, because I like their design. I guess God was really cool with that one.
You had fun with that one.
Yeah. If I'm going carnivore, I think a plesiosaur. I like those.
Oh, those are cool too.
I mean, just the Loch Ness monster, baby.
Basically, the Loch Ness monster. I mean, do you think that the real Loch Ness monster, if it is real, is a plesiosaur, or
I
is it a different monster?
I want it. I mean, I kind of want it to be a plesiosaur, but at the same time, I kind of want it to be its own thing to make it more unique.
Did you ever see the Loch Ness monster movie?
Which one? Like the
I
one,
don't.
the one for
I
like
don't know
little
what
kids?
it's called. Yeah, that one.
No, I never saw that one.
Let me look up the name real quick.
I saw a really crappy one where the Loch Ness monster was like an actual monster and it was like eating people.
Oh no, no, no!
and-
This is
did
a
you ever-
kids movie.
Did you ever see the Scooby Doo one? The one where
No.
the one where Scooby Doo goes to Loch Ness.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah, it's a cartoon one.
Oh,
It's called Scooby Doo and the Loch Ness monster.
2008 here. I found it. The water horse. What? Called a water horse? What is that?
Yeah, I remember the name of that movie.
Oh God, yeah. Well, that's the
Yeah.
Loch Ness monster.
What year did that came out?
2008.
No, sorry. I was
Yeah, I
watching.
remember
I was
watching that
watching
movie.
cool stuff, bro.
I didn't want to watch that movie. It just came out.
I'm kidding.
The Legend of the Deep. I mean, it doesn't look like a plesiosaur in the water horse movie. Oh God, no. Yeah, no. I see the one that
Yeah.
you're talking about, the
It looks-
Loch Ness. That looks like a scary one.
It looks dirty.
Yeah, no, those don't look like plesiosaurs.
Well, he's a little cute. He looks like a hippo. He looks like a hippo plesiosaur baby.
Looks like a hippo with a giraffe with a long neck.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to mention another fun fact about the movie that there were some other big names because obviously we know that this movie has some big names like Jeff Goldblum and all.
Yeah.
But casting is everything, obviously, and a lot of big names that were for the movie, for Alan Grant, for example, are William Hurt and Harrison Ford, which I think there's in the 90s or like before the 2000s, I think there's been a lot of Harrison Ford movies, so it kind of would have been a little too saturated. So I agree with. I'm glad they went with Sam Neill.
Yeah, like they're not bad choices.
No, they're not bad choices, but yeah.
But Sam Neill is perfect. Like he's so good.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I don't know who this is. Christina Ricci or Ricky.
Yeah. She was Wednesday in the Addams Family.
Oh yeah. Well, she was up for Lex.
Okay, that makes sense. She was like popular at the time.
And also 90s. Sean Connery was up to play John Hammond.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that.
Yeah.
Sean Connery and Harrison Ford.
Yeah, some big names, but
that would have been a way different movie.
Yeah, but I'm pretty glad that they went with the actors that they did.
Yeah.
Now I wanted to ask you, Sebastian.
No.
You read the book for this movie, didn't you?
I didn't finish it.
Okay, but from what you did read, was there anything that was different that you can recall?
The beginning opens up with the way the second movie opens. So it's like the little girl with her parents on the boat, and then she gets attacked by a bunch of dinosaurs. And then in the book, there's a scene where there's like a bunch of dinosaurs that sneak into the city and they eat a baby. They eat multiple babies. So it's like dinosaurs that have already escaped from Jurassic Park, I think. I didn't get that far into the book. I'm sorry. But yeah,
I just wanted to ask you that.
There's some differences. Yeah, I feel like that scene would have been a little bit too much. If you see some compies eating a baby.
Yeah. Oh God. I mean, we didn't see compies in this movie, but I know we saw it
in the second one.
Yeah,
and the third one also.
Yeah, also the third one. But I mean, when you think about it, there wasn't that many dinosaurs in this movie, like different ones.
We got the Dilophosaurus, Triceratops, T-Rex, Raptors, the Brontosaurus. Or did I already say that?
No.
Is that it? Is it?
The Gallimimus.
Oh, the Gallimimus also.
So it's only like 6 or 7 different ones.
I mean, I guess it is hard. Like when you have 3 Velociraptors.
When you think about it, there is like thousands of different dinosaurs.
I mean, I think it works for this movie because it's like you see enough dinosaurs to be like, whoa, that's a lot of dinosaurs. Especially because it's like a bunch of Gallimimuses.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but they did a good job anyway. The dinosaurs that they did choose were obviously great choices.
And in the second and third movie, they do go with different choices. Like the second movie has some Stegosauruses, they have the Compies, they have some Parasaurs. In the third one, there's the Spinosaurus. So, I mean, they do get variety across the series.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Like I said, I mean, like we've said before multiple times that we love dinosaurs, but also like I love learning about it too. And I'm not a big biology guy, Like I'm honestly really bad at sciences, but whenever we did talk about dinosaurs, I was the one paying attention the most. Now
I
I
gotta
wanted
say,
to.
oh wait, I gotta say something. Yesterday I was watching this movie, right? And look, my dad doesn't. He knows English, but it's not his first language. But my door was like slightly open, and he heard the part where Mr. DNA is talking about how they make the dinosaurs, and he was like, "Oh, you're watching Jurassic Park?" Like he just knew that I was watching Jurassic Park based on that one clip, and he doesn't. He's mainly like a Spanish speaker, so I thought that was pretty funny. He was like, "Oh, you're watching Jurassic Park, dude?"
Recognize because like we said, it's one of the classics.
Yeah, recognizable. I used to own the third one on VHS, and then I bought the whole trilogy on DVD. But now they're all scratched up and gross, and I can't play them.
You need to buy them again with VHS.
I don't have a VHS player. The only movies I
Get
have
one.
on the only movies I have on VHS are the Star Wars trilogy, the original trilogy.
I didn't have that many VHS that I remember. And
Oh,
I wanted to.
I used to have a bunch. I used to have like Power Rangers ones, uh, Toy Story, Monsters Inc.
I had Spider-Man. I remember that.
Oh yeah, I had Spider-Man. I mentioned on the first episode. I used to watch it in the garage, like some neglected child.
Okay, no, about I wanted to ask you. Well, first I want to tell you they say that scientists say that the average speed of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, was 17 miles per hour. Now, do you think that you could outrun him?
I'm trying to remember what was my speed when I jog. Uh, I feel like maybe if it came to it, I would be able to escape it. I don't know if I would be able to outrun it.
Because you get tired.
Yeah, I'd get tired. I'd get winded pretty easily, and then that guy would just step on me.
Yeah, because
Also, wait,
when
why would I run? I would just can't see.
yeah, they say. I mean, Dr. Alan Grant messages. I don't know if he mentions this in this one, but I know
Yeah,
he
he
mentions.
does.
Oh yeah, he does. He does. He mentions that they don't run away. They didn't stay still. But do you, I mean, I guess they did the research, but how would you even like know that though about staying still? Like, would it really work though?
I don't know. I don't know where. I mean, we know about dinosaurs, but I don't know where they got that information from.
Yeah,
Uh,
like that's what I was thinking. Like, how would they know that?
I guess they just researched their bones and were like, yeah, this guy.
I
would
guess
not
because they saw that their eyesight, like the T-Rex eyesight, is not that good, right?
Yeah,
I
they saw the fossil and they were like, well, this guy has a small brain, and this guy, his eyes would not be able to send
the T-Rex is stupid.
like that much signal to the brain, so he can't detect movement. He can only detect stuff when it's moving.
Yeah, because I was asking you about the speed.
He's like a baby, probably. Like, you know
Yeah,
how when a
the
baby
baby brain.
they have object permanence, it'd be like that. It's like once
Yeah,
once
because
once you're not moving, the T-Rex is like, okay, you do not exist anymore.
Yeah, because like I was asking because like obviously we see Ian Malcolm outrunning the T-Rex, but he uses what's it called? Those lights. Yeah, the flare. And
he's a dummy because he throws it and then he keeps running. He doesn't just throw it and like stop.
Yeah, he was trying to distract it, but it didn't work that well.
Yeah.
But then Dr. Alan Grant comes and saves the day, kind of.
Well, Alan Grant does it first, and then
Yeah.
and then Ian's like, okay, I got this too, and he does the same thing, but he gets knocked out by the dinosaur.
Yeah, this movie is great.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, but now the other question I wanted to ask you, do you think if they did it right, like they did all the precautions, do you think a Jurassic Park would actually work?
I think, yeah, if they only got like herbivores maybe and like really small carnivores. I
Yeah,
feel
I guess that could be.
I feel like
Could
if
work.
if you do too many big dinosaurs, I feel like they'd be one like competing with each other too much,
Mhm.
and two, well, that's more dangerous when they get out, but also like that's more food that you have to give them. So it's like what I was saying before that you need to have that food.
Yeah, then someone's gonna get eaten. I mean, I don't know if they're
Oh, you know
if
what?
they would ever.
You know
make
what?
one.
The park would work because they pick out one lucky audience member. They win a special prize. Now, well, what's that prize? You get to feed the dinosaur with yourself, with your own body. That's the secret prize. That's how they keep
They make everyone sign
a waiver.
yeah, a waiver.
They're like, they don't, no one reads it. It's like you may be volunteered as dinosaur food.
Honestly, that'd be so fucked up, but it could work.
I-
With the amount of stupid people that don't like read anything they sign, that also want to be me.
I-
I would get eaten.
I feel like the company would also do it in secret. Like they would like how in Jurassic World there's like a resort that you can stay at.
Mhm.
And eventually, like if you get picked, if like they see that you had like 7 cheeseburgers that day, they're like, oh yeah, this guy ate 7 cheeseburgers. He's gonna taste really good. So they go to your room. They knock and they're like, sir, you want a
You've been
special?
chosen.
You want a trip to the spa and a tour of our labs and feeding grounds. You get to see how the dinosaurs eat. He's like, oh,
How they eat you.
he's like, oh, sweet. And then they take him. They just push him.
You know what'd be so fucked up also?
What?
Is if like that, let's say it's a fat guy, but he went with his family. And like when he tells like, oh hey honey, look what I want, and they go, they just push him right in front of his family.
Dude, no. If the family saw that, they would have to push the family too.
Yeah.
They can't let that get out unless they're like,
Well,
they like signing.
no, they're like, you signed the waiver.
Yeah, unless they make him sign another like non-disclosure agreement, and then they give him like a bunch of money and say, yeah, he just had an accident at Jurassic World.
Yeah, well, sorry.
Okay, this episode is getting kind of dark. What's up? What's up with that?
Nah, dude, it's pretty funny.
Okay, so I was gonna say something else. I was gonna say something dark, but I couldn't think of anything.
Say it. Our listeners want to hear what you say.
No, like I couldn't think of anything. I was gonna say something else, but I couldn't think of anything.
Okay. That now, what did you think of the ending for this movie?
How did that T-Rex get in that room, man? Without anybody like hearing the stomping.
I just remembered that I used to watch on YouTube. I forgot the name of. I think they're called Corridor Digital on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah, they do a lot of breakdowns of movies and all the CGI that they do in all kinds of movies. But one of their episodes was Jurassic Park, and I remember in that ending scene where that T-Rex is in the building, and all the other raptors are like going to attack him. I remember there's actually a slight frame second that a raptor just disappears for nothing. Like if you go frame by frame, there's a raptor that goes to jump, like it's in the air, you'll see it, and like it goes to attack the T-Rex like at the head or the body, I don't know, but if you pay attention, you can see that there's that raptor that's flying. He disappears for a slight second.
Oh well, I never noticed that.
Yeah, I mean, if you are interested in ever looking at the CGI of any movie, please go check them out. They do an awesome. They have an awesome channel.
Mhm.
They not only do like CGI work, but they also look at stunts and everything. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Go check them out. Corridor Digital.
Really good work.
Yeah,
they have
really good
this
work.
like Spider-Man short that's really cool.
Yeah, they've done a lot of
Oh,
awesome.
they also They also remade that scene where Luke comes out and is that a
Oh
spoiler?
yes.
Can I talk about that?
Oh, you said.
Uh,
Okay, let's just say that it's a
they
Mandalorian.
remade a scene from Star Wars.
Yeah,
That's all.
it's something. Yeah, something with Star Wars, and they made it look a lot better.
Yeah, with the amount of money they have, like obviously they don't have as much money as like Disney.
Oh yeah, but
but
it's really
it's
cool
really impressive.
because
It's
because it's only like a couple guys in an office with like obviously they have really good computers.
Yeah.
But they don't have the millions of dollars that Disney has or that Warner Brothers or anything. Like it's just them. Like it's a small business basically on YouTube. And obviously they get the money from YouTube, but yeah, it's very impressive that it's only a couple guys that work on this and they do a much better job than these big companies.
Yeah.
But I was also going to mention that Corridor, the YouTube channel. They also, if you're interested in that, they also did like a breakdown of what a real life Titan from Attack on
Oh
Titan
yeah.
would look like in real life. And obviously, we know if you like Attack on Titan, the anime, like they are like huge, like the colossal Titan and everything. And I mean, if you guys want us to review actually Attack on Titan, we can like a whole. We'll do like one season of video,
Yeah.
and that would be cool to talk about also. But yeah, like it was really interesting to see like what a Titan would actually look like, and like it's not just like they look at the size, like they actually animate it and look like a like CGI, and it's actually they did a pretty good job too. But also since I'm mentioning Attack on Titan, I'm gonna give out a little shout out to a friend of mine who they made their own company, and basically they did their own apparel company with outfits, really cool outfits, really cool shirts. And if you're watching on YouTube our podcast, you'll see that I'm wearing an Attack on Titan shirt, an Aaron Yeager Titan, the Attack Titan shirt, and it also has
spoilers.
yes, but also has the logo for the Scouts here on the side, and go check them out. Their industry or their company is called Huda Industries, HOODA. They've this shirt is super comfortable. I'm not saying that just because he's my friend, but this is really a really comfortable shirt, and it was only about $15. I'm not actually sure, but they're not expensive shirts, and they also have really cool other cool unique designs for their company. But they also have other animes that they have done. If you want to check them out, you can look at our link tree where we have our links to like listen to like our podcast or YouTube or Twitter or whatever, all our socials. It's in there, like their link. If you want to go check them out,
if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the description. It'll be the link in the description.
Yeah, but I'll show it again for the people on YouTube.
It's a sick shirt.
Yeah, it's a sick shirt. They also
I'm gonna have to get my own.
Yeah, but they like I said, they have other animes, but like for example, for Attack on Titan, they also have like Commander Irvin. They have Levi. A lot of people love Levi, and the shirt that they have for him. Yeah, the Short King. But yeah, I would say that that's pretty much the end of the video there.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I feel like we didn't really talk enough about the movie, but it's old enough. It's a classic. Like you'll have fun when you watch it, hopefully. And if you don't have fun, then just turn it off, man. Who cares? Like, watch another video. Watch another movie.
I mean, point is, this movie is definitely one that everyone should watch at some point. I think.
Yeah. I played it for like some baby cousins one time, like just as background noise. But they got really into it. I mean, dinosaurs, you can't go wrong, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Dinosaurs are awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool to learn about them.
Yeah, so let us know down in the comments what's your favorite dinosaur. Mine's a tricyclops. All right, yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you guys for all the support that you give. We recently reached 200 downloads on our podcast. So thank you guys so much for the support. We really appreciate it. if you guys don't follow us yet, please follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, obviously.
Mhm.
And like I said, we're on every streaming platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Please give us some support. What?
Hmm?
Oh yes, we didn't rate the movie. Thank you for
Oh, that's
reminding me.
true. That's true. I just thought it was safe to assume we liked it. You know.
Yeah. Okay, well, Sebastian, what's your rating for the movie?
Um. 8 or 9 Gallimimuses out of 10.
Gallimimuses, yeah. I would rate it 8.5 Ian Malcolm's shirtless Ian Malcolm's out of 10.
Yeah, that's a pretty good rating, Jeff. That's a pretty good rating. Damn
Yeah.
it! Damn it!
There you go. Now, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This has
Yep.
been Stay Till the Credits podcast. I've been JP.
Okay, there. I've been Sebastian.
Yes.
And
Thank
I
you guys.
still am Sebastian.
See you guys later for the next episode.
Sorry, guys. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about next. I know it's like almost going to be Halloween. Maybe we could do a bunch of Halloween themed episodes. Not necessarily like scary movies. We can talk about Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, but
All the Halloween movies you want us to talk about for October, we'll review them. Don't worry about it. We can do even 2 episodes a week if you want us to.
yeah, I got all the time in the world, guys.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. This has been Stay to the Credits podcast.
Bye. Thank you.